one brother said to me from the Caribbean, he says to me, you see, you African soldiers, you brothers sold us. You sold us during slavery. And that is unforgivable. And being an African from Africa, I was offended because how do you think we sold you? Then it inspired me to go and do a research. Because I thought slave trade was, they would come and take. Then I discovered that no, actually it was a trade. There was someone who was buying, there was someone who was selling. But we were always crucifying the buyer. And we leave the seller out of the equation. Somebody was selling the slaves. It was somebody like me. I discovered that the slave buyers didn't go inside into Africa to buy. They found the slaves ready on the coast. Who took the slaves and brought them to the coast and sold them? And so these are the kind of isms and schisms that come and permeate into the church. And John says, I saw everybody in heaven. And so when we conceptualize heaven, when we think about who we are, I encourage you, my brothers and sisters, let's remove nationality. Let's remove tribe. It is a difficult, I've found it difficult because I come from a very tribal country. It is a challenge. But Jesus, through John, is teaching us a very important principle about God and his heavenly kingdom. It is for everybody. And Paul actually talks about this. When we go to the book of Galatians, that's not the talk of the day, but it's something which I thought we should just spend a few minutes talking about. Paul finds some strife, and in the book of Galatians, chapter 3, he says in verse 27, from verse 26, for you are all sons of God through faith in Christ Jesus. For as many of you as were baptized into Christ have put on Christ. Verse 28, which is more interesting. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is neither male nor female. For you are all in one Christ. There I say, there is neither black nor white. There is neither Caribbean nor African, nor Zimbabwean, nor Nigerian. For we are all one in Christ. And sometimes the devil introduces these isms that then become barriers for us to be able to relate with each other. And so John sees this multitude in heaven coming from all over the world, and he's amazed. Obviously, he's a Jew. John was a Jew. He's amazed to see all these people in heaven, which Jews would call heathens, right? But he sees them in heaven. And now we move down to what we essentially want to talk about. Now, this great multitude that he sees, when we go to verse 13, then one of the elders says to John, who are these who are dressed in white robes? Now, if you are familiar with the earlier chapters, from chapter 4, you'll discover that what John saw was the Most High on his throne, and he saw the Lamb, and he saw the 4 creatures, and then he sees these 24 elders, sitting around, and these are human beings, by the way, and he sees them. And so one of these elders asks John to say, who are these people? It's a bit funny because John is the visitor, the elder is the resident of heaven. And who should know who these people are? It's the elder. And John and the elder asks John, and John, being a wise man, he replies and says to him, but you know who they are. Verse 14, and I said to him, say, you know. So he said to me, these are the ones who come out of the great tribulation and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. So there's 2 things essentially that we are going to discuss. The first part is the great tribulation. The second part